Hi guys, Miss Michelle Fixit, otherwise known as Michelle Fixit, still June 6, 2023. I had to move some stuff around in storage, and then I did just finally say, you know what? I'm buying the 1 terabyte of SD card thing. I bought that. It'll be here in a couple days because I keep having to move stuff, and then this is a memory card that's from one of the camera things, and you guys are just messing up my stuff and overloading my phone, and so now I've cleared out enough space for 47 minutes and 43 seconds, and I'm not tech savvy. I'm just not. So we're going back to how to do the sales exempt stuff with the sales taxes for filing, um, doing your sales tax for the state of Mississippi. It's a monthly obligation I have. It is now 2:30 in the morning. And yes, my laptop is on the toilet because this is my office, and the box in the woods is the bathroom. It's just it is what it is. I have water. I have things. I have an Instacrate right there. We have a bunch of boxes, but we need a different box that will have enough space for all of our stuff. So while I was waiting for this stuff to change over from the internal storage to the SD card, I was able to get the information squared up for the one sales exempt consumer, the dealership for the shop. And so going back to Department of Revenue for the state of Mississippi, if you're on the dashboard after you initially log in, you'll have your sales tax area, you'll have your account, your balance. I try to make sure that we have extra money in there, so that way if there's a fee, we don't get another fee because whatever they decided to do. So if you're doing the sales for the month and you click on file, view, or amend return, the other selections could be add a permit location, close a permit location, the file, view, or amend return, make a payment, and close this account. So in our specific situation, when I click on that, it actually has already started to prompt for 30 June 2023, which would be due the following month. And then I have 31 May 2023. It has on there, that's the period. Then the return will say sales tax, and it says status outstanding, which makes it seem like we're already late, and we're not. We're actually really super early. But it's just it's the aggressiveness of it's outstanding. Not outstanding fantastic, but outstanding as in you have an outstanding debt or bill with us. And then it has file now. So we click file now, and then you get brought over to the sales tax return page. It has the date that it was due, which nobody does this exactly when it's due because you have to put all the stuff in. And then it has instructions, which you could click. Then it has step 1, select an entry method by clicking one of the links below. I have not been able to import our returns. I don't know. It's just not, it doesn't work. So we manually key in my return. That's what we select. Step 2 pops up when you click that, and it says click here to input permit information. So you select that. And then it does have a clickable option when it says the permit number, and for some reason there's an exclamation point right there, and I don't know why. And then it has the address, the city, the state, the zip, commence date, which is when the shop was established, when they started doing business. And if you side click over, it has there's a discount available. So we're going to click back over to the permit number, and that's clickable. So we click it. Then we put our gross income in here, which actually should just say our net, but whatever. So then we're going to input the amount that the shop had, including the cents. Click to enter deductions. We do not have any deductions. Side click over, it calculates our taxes, which is actually almost 200 more than it should be. And this is where we should start to find, somewhere around here we should see something about a sales tax exemption because I've seen it before. And so Don't look at the personally identifying information. I see you guys trying to look. Select OK. OK. Click here to enter tax credits. It says please review this step. Complete tax credits. Tax credits per location. Complete the tax credits table per location below. The total of your tax credits cannot be greater than the max credits. If you are claiming no credits, you must check the box below that states I am claiming no credits. The alcohol and beer credits can only be completed if the ID is a permit number, if the ID is a material purchase certificate number, or an oil and gas well driller's number. The alcohol and beer credit columns will be disabled, so you will not be able to enter a value in these columns. I am claiming no credits, so we select that. Select OK. Go down. Not seeing anything about the sales exempt stuff so far. What I'm seeing, you guys just had a pop up, is tax due for tax code 12, 13, 14, 15, 28, 56, 59, 65, 70, 73, and 74. Excess collections, balance line 7 plus line 8, discounts 2% of line 9, limited to $50 per location. That's that discount I was talking about. So far our discount is $24.33 for being early birds. Line 11 says balance of tax due, line 9 through line 10. 12 is tax due for tax codes 60, 61, 64, 71, 72, and 80. Line 13, total tax due, line 11 plus line 12. 14A is tax credit for alcohol, 14B is tax credit for beer, 14C is tax credit for items purchased for resale. Maybe that one? 14D, other tax credit. Total sale, line 15 is total sales tax due, line 13, line total, lines 14A, 14B, 14C, 14D. 16 is special tax due, 21, 25, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Line 17 is discount 2% of line 16, limited to $50 per location. Line 18 is balance of special tax due, line 16 through 17. 19 is total sales tax and special tax due, line 15 plus line 18. Line 20 is for penalty, line 21 is for interest, line 22 is total due, line 19 plus line 20 plus line 21. So I would assume I think it would be line 14C. So we're gonna put, we can't edit that. That's a problem. So how do we edit that? Mississippi Department of Revenue. How do we do that? Are we sure we want to leave the screen? Any changes you have made will not be saved. Yes, we want to leave the screen because we cannot edit this screen. Ugh, it's going to make us start the whole thing all over again. So we're doing our file now. Click, click, click. Step 1, manually key my return. Step 2, click here to input permit information. We're going to click the permit number. Our gross income in. And do not have deductions. We're not filing 0, so we select OK for that. Select OK for this manual view window. We go down, step 3, click here to enter tax credits, sales tax, alcohol credit, resale credit. It's probably that one. Let's do that. That seems like, because this is the only thing that we can input in here. So 1792. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a special notation to myself. Okay, what was that little exclamation point that just popped up? Total credits cannot exceed the sales tax due. Ugh. Well, that's not helpful at all, state of Mississippi. How do we not have additional information for something like this? And how do I not have a sales? So now we're going to pop back on Square, maybe. Because I don't recall what the sales tax is for the state of Mississippi. I want to say it's like 7%. I can Google it while Square is taking forever to load. Mississippi sales tax rate is Department of Revenue, all this stuff. How do we not just have it? Please just give me the thing. I just need a generic thing. I feel like it's 7%, but I mean, I don't want to be charging the wrong thing. No, not Mississippi sales tax login. Why in the world would you change it to that? No, the rates. Bam. 7%. Look at that. I remember their sales tax rate. So now we're going to go back into Mississippi Department of Revenue, also known as TAP. So we're going to pull out our handy dandy calculator because I cannot do math in my head. That is not one of my special skills. My little pop-up thing is not going to work. My computer does not want to be awake at almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm typing in calculator and waiting impatiently for my computer to catch up to what I'm trying to do because I don't have any of my other phones. So there we go, calculator. Finally, let's go. Computer, you are really embarrassing yourself right now. My business laptop is not as quick as my personal laptop. This computer was like $300-400 in 2014 or 2015, so it's got, oh wow, it's really old actually. Didn't think about that. It works really well. It's just bogged down because I have too many files on it. And so I need to organize my stuff. And then I talked to Husband Cat about external hard drive stuff and the cloud stuff. And I'm really, if there's something that I'm not going to benefit from with deep diving, I try really hard not to because I'm not really good at not deep diving. So that's $125.44. Okay. So we need to discount that. But okay, then that should be right because actually right now, because it's not identifying information, because right now basically they're looking at $1,200-ish for sales tax due, and I'm seeing less than that here. So I'm going to minimize my calculator and put in the 125.44, and that is not recalculating to what we need it to be. So let's see what happens there. Is we want those numbers to balance out because Square was taking taxes. The sales tax return submission is ready. No, I want to review it. I'm not going to blindly submit this. I'm not that person. I want to see the copy. Can I see? Please? I'm clicking review and submit, and now I'm saving it as a draft, and now you're going to make me put my password in. But I want to be able to review this. I want to see what my final numbers are. Go away, little pop-up. Continue editing. Let's see what it says. So currently, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. So we have our original tax liability. We have our total tax due plus our discount. Total taxes drop down. Tax credit for items for resale. So then that drops us down. And you know what? There we go. That's our obligation. I mean, it's a couple dollars short. So I'm not really sure what happened with that. It might have been the discounts. Or a couple dollars higher, but we do our next. We do our submit. We enter in our passcode because they want to make sure that you are paying attention to what you're doing, which I totally appreciate. We get grumped out about our password. Your return has been submitted, but you may not be finished. Click the Schedule Payment button below to make your payment. Once processing is complete, the return will post to your account. Please allow 1 to 2 days processing time. Log back into TAP anytime if you want to check the status of your return, your confirmation numbers, blah, blah, blah. And then in a red rectangle at the bottom of the screen, it says, "We have received your submission. However, it will not post to your account until processing is complete. This may take 24 to 48 hours. Permits in certain accounts updates require approval and may take several days. Payments will not post until funds have been released to your bank or by your bank." So we are going to schedule a payment because we want to be tidy cats, and we are not going to remember to check this in a couple days. We as in me. So this says select payment method, ACH debit payment, credit card payment. Most frequently used is the ACH debit payment, and it says you can authorize the Department of Revenue to debit your bank account for the amount you enter on the payment screen. There is no transaction fee for this type of payment. And then the credit card payment, they accept American Express, Discover, MasterCard, and Visa are accepted. You'll be required to pay a transaction fee of 2.5% of the transaction amount. See, everybody gets charged those amounts. And then we have ACH credit selected. So at the bottom it says to make an ACH credit payment, you must initiate the payment transaction with your financial institution to send payment of the Department of Revenue. Fees may or may not be applied based on your financial institution's rate. Excuse me. So we select it, and then we go down, and so it says payment type selection, select payment type, audit payment, payment against an audit assessment, bill payment, which is a payment against a past due liability, and return payment, payment for current return permit or license. So that's the one that we're selecting as the return payment because that's what it's called. And then we select next, bam, and then we go down, we check to make sure that the banking information is correct. It is. The payment day is today. It's a lot of money, so I had to look. I was like, it's a lot of money. And then we have our amount, and then we have to confirm our amount to confirm that it's a bunch of money. I mean, it's a bunch of money, but it's not a bunch of money. It is a bunch of money. To me, it's a bunch of money. So we confirmed our amount, and then we hit select, and then we have to enter in our handy dandy password because they want to make sure that we know what we're doing, so somebody doesn't say, "Oh, I didn't know. Well, you had to put your password in, didn't you?" And then we get yelled at again about our password, and then we have this whole disclaimer, and this says, Department of Revenue, State of Mississippi. We can go back to the returns if we want to. This confirmation, please review the payment request information below for your payment to the Department of Revenue. You may want to print a copy for your records. Your payment request confirmation code is this, paid for by this, financial institution this, amount, date, DOR, company identification number, or originator IDs right there. This is only the payment request. It is your responsibility to review your bank statements to confirm that this transaction was successful. oops, in all caps and bolded, question mark. If you want to make a change, it's not too late. While a payment is still pending, you can return to your account, cancel the payment, and make a new one. Contact us by email if you have any questions about electronic payments at Echo Foxtrot Tango Uniform November India Tango at Delta Oscar Romeo dot Mike Sierra dot Golf Oscar Victor. And then a big pink rectangle at the bottom of the page says, we have received your submission. However, it will not post to your account until processing is complete. This may take 24 to 48 hours. Permits and certain account updates require approval and may take several days. Payments will not post until funds have been released from your bank. And so we say, okay, we're good with that. And then there we go. We have our stuff. And then now is a totally different video because now we have to go to our withholding stuff. Ooh. Which means that we have to log into Intuit, look at their stuff, put their stuff in here, communicate with the system. We don't get any discounts for that one though. Not cool. But that's how you do it. That's how you do the sales tax for the monthly stuff. And then, so I'm going to end this video and tell you guys that I hope you have a fantastic day, all that good stuff, and then restart it and do it for the withholding stuff. And at some point go to bed because it's almost 3 in the morning. But, I have this to do, and then I still have Daddy Cat Dog's taxes to do. And once I get these 2 things done, then I'll start in on my rental obligations with admin stuff. And you guys don't need to be a part of that. I mean, you guys didn't really need to be part of this either, but if somebody needs sales tax information, this is a pretty straightforward video on how to do that. And if you have questions, then you can always ask me for stuff because I do lots of stuff. Okay, bye.